So take example. I'll just give you the one example. Then you guys are decided कि क्या करना है क्या नहीं करना है. This is the PC number 1. Okay, this is the PC number 2, right? And this is the switch over there. And we have a router. This is the then we have again switch. And then we have again PC. Switch 2. इसकी IP में क्या डालता हूँ? I'm just giving the IP address is 192.168.1.1/24. 192.168.1.2/24. इस बंदे की IP, इस इंटरफेस राउटर की IP है 192.168.1.100/24. This guy 192.168.2.100/24. This guy's a 2.1 and this guy's a 2.2. They are just having a IP address. इसके पास IP address के अलावा कुछ नहीं है. Guys, I'm just clearing the concept कि हमें क्यों जाना चाहिए इसके लिए. Okay, कितने बंदों को लगता है कि ये कम्युनिकेशन कर पाएगा PCA से PCB? Can they communicate to each other? Right now, they can communicate because they both belongs to the same broadcast domain, right?
Right.
And they can communicate because they are belongs to the same broadcast domain.
Yeah.
ये बताओ, can PCA communicate with the PCD?
If the roots of PC1 and PC2, yes.
Okay. I'll tell you the routing table of R1 right now. If you see the routing table of R1, we have a C192.168.1.0/24, and this guy we have a C192.168.1.2.0/24. This guy associate with the 0/1, and this guy associate with the 0/0. You tell me one thing: इस PC के पास default gateway नहीं है, guys. This PC does not have a default gateway. This PC does not have. They just have a IP addresses, no default gateway. They just have IP addresses and submit mask information. Only IP submit. क्या ये बंदा इससे कम्युनिकेट कर पाएगा विदाउट डिफॉल्ट गेटवे?
In broadcast and it goes to R1 and R1 brought forward to switch. Okay. Yes, sir. It can communicate.
Or whatever the Bharat and Mansi.
Because when switch receives any traffic, then it initially it broadcast and then it reaches to R1. R1 have the roots of 1.1 in its routing table and forward to the another switch. From there, it will reach to the 1.1.
Okay, I'll tell you one thing, guys. If you have idea, हम राउटर की यूज क्यों करते हैं? राउटर ब्रेक ब्रॉडकास्ट डोमेन, राइट? एंड बाय डिफॉल्ट आई टेल यू वन थिंग, बाय डिफॉल्ट तुम्हारे जो राउटर के इंटरफेस होते हैं ना, ऑन एवरी इंटरफेस दिस कमांड इज डिसेबल, सॉरी.
Yeah, by default, yes, correct. Right.
तो ये ब्रॉडकास्ट का पैकेट आगे भेज पाएगा?
By default it will not.
तो कैसे कम्युनिकेशन होगा?
We should enable the routing.
Routing to enable by if you by default routing enable is पे. If you know this thing, this is a hidden command, right? IP routing is a hidden command. This is the hidden, you cannot see in the running config, right?
Right.
This is the hidden, and because of this command, what happened on the router? Because of this command, router maintains the unicast routing table, this routing table, not the multicast. Again, this command is only going to enable the IPv4 unicast, not the multicast, and not even the IPv6 unicast. So अगर ये command enable है, तभी तो मैं routing table build up कर रहा हूँ ना. My question is what? I have a route in my routing table. Can A communicate with the D without having a default gateway? This is the basic of service provider, guys.
Sir, but one query. When R1 having the roots of 1.1 its routing table, but then it aware about this that the 1.1 is connected to 0.0 interface, so it will forward that to 0.0 interface.
Okay.
They aware about the interface, I think.
Okay, I'll show you. 1 minute. Let me open my GNS3. I'll show you. This is the basic of service provider that you have to first understand कि हमें service provider की need क्यों पड़ी. See, I'm not saying that if you're learning the segment routing, if you're learning the VPLS, if you're learning the MPLS, this thing, it's bad. It's totally good. But you first need to understand कि need क्या क्यों पड़ी service provider की.
Yeah, that is good, sir. This is basic thing we care about it. Yeah, so that's why I'm planning for service provider. I'm also carry about this course to I think I don't know the lady's name, but I asked him to do CCNA service provider, CCNA to CCIE service provider. So he told me that you going to start some other. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm going to plan for CCIE lab, sir. That's why I'm
Okay, understood. I got your point. No, so A and B is not in the different broadcast domain. They are in the same broadcast domain. Sorry, Mansya, I put the wrong message. A and B in the same broadcast domain, 1.0/24. This guy and this guy in the different broadcast domain. Dilo, I think so. You have a mic issue. You have to rejoin the session. I think so. Dilo, I think so. You have a mic issue. I think so. You can rejoin the system. Okay, so I'm just taking a 3725 router, sir. Okay, and I'm going to convert this router as a PC. And let's do one thing. I'm going to change the icon so that we can easily understand. So R5 should behave like a router, and this all four guys. In this case, I can change that. We can change the icon of this one. Okay, let's do the gray and the client. These are my clients. Okay, and I'll put the R1, R2 over there, right? And this would be the R3, and this would be the R4. And this is the router. I'm going to use the two switch 1, switch 2, switch 2, switch 1, and let's connect this guy to this one, ETH1 to R1. This guy to this guy now. Okay, so I'm just going to give the IP address on all this router. So this guy belongs to the 1.0/24 subnet, right? Okay, this guys belong to the 2.0/24 subnet. Okay, and this guy has IP address will be 2.1. They just 2.2. This just have a IP addressing. That's it. 2.1. And this guy we have a 2.3, 2.4. Sorry, it should be the 1.2 and 1.1. This interface I have IP addressing configured with. It should be 192.161.100/24. And this guy we have a 2.100. All good. Now understand the point. I'll just have to write on the MAC address of this person as well, as because simple सा logic क्या बोलता है कि मान लो, take example, I am sitting in the Bangalore, okay, in HSR layout, and some guys are sitting in the Pashchim Bihar, Delhi. This is the very basic concept. अगर ये समझ में आ गया ना, if you understand this part, then you will easily understand what is networking, right? So if I'm sending, for example, this is the A and B, and A wants to send any information to the B. or for example, A bought the phone. So this is the phone they bought A for the B. So what A will do, A will encapsulate this phone into the sum box, wrapping this phone into the sum box and send it to B. जब ये B को send करेगा तो कैसे करेगा? How does the A will send to the B? First of all, they will put the source information and destination information. And in the source, what they will put? They will put the Bangalore, HSR layout. In a destination, what they will put? Paschim Bihar and Delhi. And this information comes to the mediator, like any postman. And what postman will do, it will deliver to the correct address. This is how the things are working. Normally, right, if you're booking something from the Amazon or Flipkart, how they deliver to you, you have to put the complete information, right? And once you receive the box, you will see that over the source and destination information is present. Same thing is happening with the networking. If you have a MAC information in your packet, and if you have a IP information in your packet, then the packet will be delivered to the correct destination. अगर तुम्हारे पास, for example, if you don't have a MAC information and you just have a IP information, the packet will be never delivered to the destination, and the error message you will get the encapsulation field. सिंपल सा लॉजिक क्या होता है, मुझे लेयर 2 और लेयर 3 दोनों इन्फॉर्मेशन चाहिए किसी भी पैकेट को डिलीवर करने के लिए. आई नीड टू हैव अ लेयर 2 and layer 3 information. What's happening over there? We can assume that this is the HSR layout, the portion of the name somewhere in the Bangalore, and the same thing in the Paschim Bihar is a layer 2 somewhere in the Delhi. But this is the layer 3 information we have. अगर मेरे पास देखो, अभी मेरे पास सोर्स में भी लेयर 3 या लेयर 2 है और डेस्टिनेशन में भी लेयर 2 and layer 3 है. I can send this information to the correct destination. But what happens if I'm not going to put the Paschim Bihar? Will this postman will send this information to the Paschim Bihar location or B? Of course not. ये पैकेट मेरा ड्रॉप हो जाएगा. This packet will be dropped. The reason is very simple, because तुमने तो correct information डाला ही नहीं ना. You haven't put the correct information. Same thing is happening with the networking. If you're sending any data, right, if you're sending any traffic, you must need to have a MAC information plus IP information. Now understand in this point right now, in this topology, let's take example. I'm going to take a console of all this router. I'm just giving you the basic overview of the service provider right now. Then I'll come to the whatever the topics that I'm going to cover. Don't worry. Okay, so let's remove the, I have a duplicate of R1 console. I'm going to remove the R1. Now, the very basic configuration on R5. This is the interface 0/0 IP address will be. If you see one thing, by default, this command is enabled, right? IP routing. And just because of this command, what happened? Show IP route, you have a unicast routing table. But if you check the do show IP multicast, I don't have a multicast enable over there. I'll explain you this command, guys. Don't worry about that. I'm just giving the basic information right now. Let's configure the IP address on this interface. Interface 0/0. IP address will be 1.100/24. No shut. Interface 0/1. IP address will be 2.100/24. No shut. All done. Come to the R1 now. Interface 0/0. IP address will be 101. And I'm going to disable the routing behavior because I want to make this guy as a मैं इसको PC बना रहा हूं. I'm just going to make this guy as a PC. So I just disable the no IP routing command over there. Same thing on this guy. because this is my actual host. I'm not going to define any default gateway right now on the router number 1. Even on the PC, we can see that. On a R2 as well as interface 0/0 IP address will be 1.2/24. No shut. If you see right now, do show IP route, I have a routing information, right? Routing table. I'll explain you कि router कैसे routing table बनाता है. Don't worry about that. कि मैं दिखाऊंगा कि background में वो routing table कैसे बनाता है. We'll see that. I'm just going to disable the routing behavior. Once I'm going to disable the no IP routing, I don't have a routing table now. He's asking, hey, could you please define the default gateway? But I'm not going to define the default gateway right now. On R3 as well as interface 0/0, IP address will be 2.3/24. No shut, no IP routing. On R4 as well as interface 0/0, IP address will be 2.4/24. No shut, no IP routing. That's it. Now, just for a while, right, I'm just going to disable the screen right now because I want to do something. Then I'll come to you as well as then also the behavior, right? Interface 0/1.
Sir, your screen is not visible.
Yep, I have disabled the screen. 1 minute. Now I'll say again. Now, okay. Assume that this is the MAC address. This person is A. The MAC address of this person is B. This MAC address is C, and this MAC address is D, and this is X and Y. Tell me one thing. अगर मैं पिंग करूंगा PC number 2 से, what PC number 2 will do?
It generates ICMP packet.
It generates the ICMP packet, and what will be the source information over there?
Source information is there. 192.168.1.1 and destination. Which IP we are pinging? Which IP we are generating for ICMP packet?
2.3.
2.3. Source, yeah, 192.168.3 is destination IP.
Okay.
So
what about the layer 2 information?
So layer 2 information is source MAC is A. Okay. Destination MAC, because in their ARP table they don't have the information of destination, so it generates the ARP request. So it will be at FFF.
Okay. So guys, I'll tell you one thing. In this case, what happened right now? The source MAC will be A. Destination MAC, I don't know. I'm going to put the blank. Yeah. Now tell me, layer 2 को कैसे पता चलता है कि मुझे पैकेट layer 3 को देना है? Anyone? How does?
Because they have the protocol field in layer 2 header.
In the layer 2, we have a type field.
Yeah, type field.
That's a 2-byte field.
Yes.
Right. So in the type field, we have a 0x0800. That's going to represent that it's a IPv4 packet.
Yes.
So this is my actual, and then after that we have a protocol number. The protocol number will be 1. Okay, that's on the layer 3. We have a protocol number. ICMP is 1. This is my source MAC, a layer 2 field, and it's my layer 3. मैंने क्या बताया था उस समय एग्जाम्पल में कि अगर तुम कोई पैकेट दिल्ली से मुंबई भेजते हो या दिल्ली टू बैंगलोर भेजते हो, अगर तुमने उसमें करेक्ट एड्रेस नहीं डाला, वो पैकेट ड्रॉप हो जाएगा. Right? Just because
so from where, sir, yeah, I have a doubt. From where PC is checking that they have the MAC address of its destination?
In ARP table वो चेक करेगा कि मेरे पास वो इन्फॉर्मेशन है या नहीं है. अभी तो इसके पास है ही नहीं, तो ये पैकेट क्या करेगा? इसको ड्रॉप करेगा ICMP रिक्वेस्ट पैकेट को ड्रॉप करेगा जस्ट बिकॉज ऑफ व्हाट इनकैप्सुलेशन फील्ड। ये एरर मैसेज तुमको मिलेगा just because of encapsulation.
So where the packet will be dropped?
At this point only. Okay. Most important interview question, right? कि कहाँ drop होगा packet?
Yes, yes. So sir, where it will be dropped? At the exit interface
of the PC.
PC.
Yeah.
Sir, question is, sir, why that packet is dropped there?
Do we have a MAC address over there in a destination?
No.
No. How could
so in that case, sir, in that case they will generate the ARP request, I think.
Yeah. First, this packet will be dropped. Then now the PC, what PC will do? It will generate the ARP request packet.
Yes.
Okay, in this ARP request packet, what happened now? We have a source MAC will be still 8, destination MAC now we have a FFF. Then we have a type will be 0x0806. That's going to represent that it's ARP. Okay, then we have a source MAC will be 8, destination MAC will be 0000. Source IP will be 1.2. What about the destination now?
You asking about destination IP or destination MAC?
So I'm asking the destination IP now. This is the Ethernet header, and this is the ARP header.
Sir,
I'm asking that this is my layer 2 information, right? And this is my layer 3 information. The destination IP.
Exit okay, 1.2. That is, I think 1. Interface IP. Sir, what is interface IP of route towards the switch?
It's a 1.100.
Yeah, 1.100, I think, as per my understanding.
100?
Yes, 1.100. Sir, it is my understanding.
Okay, yeah. It's normally it should be the 100, right? Normally it's a 100. I'm not denying it. 100. And this router 5 will give the reply, right? Understood. This is how the normal networking and RFX works, guys. But what happened? अभी मैंने क्या बोला? क्या इसके पास डिफॉल्ट गेटवे का आईपी है? क्या इसके पास डिफॉल्ट गेटवे का आईपी है? They just have a IP information. They don't know the default gateway. तो default gateway को पैकेट क्यों देगा भाई? समझ रहे मेरी बात? Now understanding.
Correct.
Why have a default gateway?
Sorry. They don't have. Yeah, correct.
तो ये तो information होगा ही नहीं ना?
In that case, they will drop the packet, I think.
Yeah, that's my asking. They should be drop the packet, right?
Yeah. So, because sir, they don't have the default gateway, and the source and destination both in different network. So in that case, they require a default gateway.
Exactly. Default gateway का मतलब क्या था? What are we understanding from the default gateway? The default gateway is saying that, hey, if you want to send any packet from one broadcast domain to the different broadcast domain, right? Then you must need to have a default gateway. That's our understanding. Okay. Yes, now?
Okay.
Yeah. So right now, if you're going to ping, right, just take example. Right now, if I'm going to ping from the PC number 2, let's ping. Hey, listen, I'm going to ping debug ARP in 2.3 now. I'm not able to send the packet. What entry I'm creating right over there, guys? Incomplete entry. All this packet is being dropped by the router number 1 itself. I'm creating the income. We have 2 types of entry. I'll explain you. We have a long session on the ARP only. We have almost 4 to 5 hours of session on the ARP only. Don't worry. All this packet is dropped, right? 0%. Right? Clear? Because इसके पास तो default gate भी नहीं ना. They don't know where should I forward the packet. Right. Now I'll do one thing.
Right.
1 minute. Let me disable my screen. Now let's see, guys, pay attention now. Now I'm going to ping from the PC number 2 again. Still I don't have a default gateway. This is show IP route. I don't have a default gateway. Ping 2.3. I'm able to ping. I don't have a default gateway. Can you see that what this PC is doing right now? From this broadcast domain to this broadcast domain, I'm sending the packet without having a default gateway.
Allah. So right now we are able to ping. So how it is happening?
Yeah, that's I'm coming to the point. How it's able to possible, right? And this is the basic starting of the service provider. See, guys, sometimes what happened, you are the customers, right? Customer using the custom device. Custom device means what? जो तुमने बनाया है, एक तुमने अपनी अकॉर्डिंग बनवाया उसको कि मुझे ये चाहिए, ऐसा नहीं होता है कि हर एक डिवाइस पे तुमको डिफॉल्ट गेटवे कॉन्फ़िगर करना हो, और ऐसा नहीं होता हर एक डिवाइस पे डीएनएस सर्वर प्रेजेंट हो। वहां पे सिर्फ आईपी ही होगा और सबनेट मास्क इंफॉर्मेशन होगा, दैट्स इट। These devices are called the custom devices. In this case, what happened? I just have an IP address and subnet mask information, but am I still able to ping? The reason is what? The reason is when I'm sending a packet. Now try to understand. When I'm the MAC address A, take example, this is the B, C, and D. When I'm sending the packet, my first packet is dropped by the router number 2 only, right? ये मेरा पैकेट पहला ड्रॉप हो गया, सोर्स मैक A, डेस्टिनेशन मैक कुछ नहीं पता था, सोर्स IP will be 1 or 2 and destination IP what 2 or 3. This packet will be dropped just because of what? Encapsulation failed, right? This packet will drop just because of encapsulation field. If you see, I'll show you. Go on R1. I'll enable the debug IP packet, make it detailed, and as the ping 2.4. मेरा पहला पैकेट ड्रॉप होगा. Somewhere I can show you this error message. 1 minute. That's not showing. I'll show you that message. Don't worry about that. कि encapsulation failed कहाँ दिखेगा तुमको? It's not a big deal. Okay. तो मेरा ये पैकेट encapsulation failed के कारण ड्रॉप हो जाएगा. What I'm going to do now, second time, I'm going to generate ARP request now. In this ARP request, what entry I'm going to put? Source MAC A, destination MAC FFF, right? 0x0806. That's I'm going to put the ARP. Source MAC A, destination MAC 0000000. Source IP will be 1 or 2. ये बंदा देखेगा क्या मेरे पास default gateway है या नहीं. If I don't have a default gateway, what I'm going to put? I'm going to put the destination IP address as a destination information. मैं यहाँ पे destination का IP address रखूंगा. See, one or two, this guy, this is the MAC address of this person, and what I'm putting destination. I'm not putting the default gateway, guys. This is the most important interview question. तुमसे बहुत बार जब भी तुम किसी high level पे जाते हो interview देने, if you are going for the more than 20 lakhs of the package and 25 lakhs of the package, this is the basic question they are asking, and this is the CCNA level question, guys. Not the I.
Sir, how PC select the exist interface? So how they care about that? They 2.3 sorry 2.3 is belong to this enough F000.
I didn't get your question. 2.3 is 00. I didn't get your question. मतलब मैं समझा नहीं तुम्हारा क्वेश्चन. क्या बोले तुम?
No, the question is how PCs are to select the exit interface. Simple. This question.
How are to select the exit interface? Because normally ये PC है ना, तो मैंने यहाँ से पैकेट किया based on the destination IP address. मेरे इस राउटर पे क्या बता रहा है? If I want to send any packet for this broadcast domain, what's my connected interface? 1.2, and where is the 1.2 is connected over there? From the 0/0 interface.
So on F00 interface, the IP configured IP is 1.2.
Yeah, it's the same broadcast domain 1.2. Right?
Okay, but 2. Yeah, right. So
But
2.3 is belong to different broadcast domain.
yeah, right. So what PC is doing over there, it's doing the end operation, right?
Yeah, end of process. So if they found that they belong to different network, then they start searching the default gateway. So they didn't found the
No. 1 minute,
default
1 minute.
gateway. So
Now the question is, two questions are there. If the PC has a default gateway, तो वो default gateway को pack कर देगा, right?
yeah, right.
अब उसमें मेरा destination IP क्या होगा? 2.1.100, right? Default gateway का.
Correct.
अगर मेरे यहाँ पे default gateway configure नहीं है, then वो किसके लिए ARP generate करेगा? Destination के लिए. See, जब तुम्हारा ARP generation होगा ना, 2 ways में होता है. एक तो default gateway के लिए होता है, एक तो destination के लिए होता है. तुमने कभी static route configure किया है router पे?
Yeah.
How many ways we can configure the static route? Either we can define the next hop, right?
Or exit interface and or we
both
can
of the
use
next
both.
hop. Yeah, both of them. We can use the exit interface and next hop. What's the difference between these two guys?
So, it will reduce the exit interface or reduce the recursive lookup process. Yeah.
Only this thing we are doing from the with the exit interface. मुझे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है कि ज्यादा लुकअप करे. मैं प्रोसेस अगर मैं स्टैटिक राउट चला रहा हूँ तो इट मींस दैट आई एम पुटिंग द लाइक ओवरहेड ऑन द राउटर ओनली. मुझे नहीं फर्क पड़ता, मैं प्रोसेस बढ़ा दूंगा, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. और रिकर्सिव लुकअप कितने, मैं 1000 पैकेट भेजूंगा, 1000 पैकेट रिकर्सिव लुकअप, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, मुझे उतना सीपीयू भी नहीं खाता है रिकर्सिव लुकअप.
No, sir. There is different things that I have to recall.
I'll tell you what's the difference is that the next hop, if you put the next hop, if you have a thousands of the subnet guys, I'm talking about the now subnet, कितने ARP entry होंगे? Single ARP entry. If you have a thousands, only the IP address I'm talking about now, you will have a thousands of the ARP entry. See the difference? I'm talking the subnets, single ARP entry. 1000 IP address, we have a thousands ARP entry. This is the biggest disadvantage. That's why exit interface is used for the point to point. ये मेरा concern नहीं, I'm just giving the example right now. Same thing is happening in this section right now. मेरे पास default gateway तो है ही नहीं ना. जब मेरे पास default gateway नहीं है, what I am doing over there? I'm generating the ARP request for whom? Hey guys, we will come to this topic again. Don't worry about that. I'm just giving the overview so that you have a clear picture कि हमें कौन से मॉड्यूल पे जाना चाहिए. Then you guys are deciding. मैं अभी डिटेल में नहीं पढ़ा रहा हूँ. It's a big topic. It's almost 2 hours of the topic, right? So I'm not explaining the very detail. I'm just giving the overview. कि what I'm explaining over there, if you don't have a default gateway, you can still send a traffic to this guy with the help of what?
Proxy.
With the help of proxy ARP. अब मुझे तुम बताओ, by default तुम्हारे राउटर के इंटरफेस पे proxy ARP enable होते, right? On the Cisco router, guys, I'm talking about the Cisco router. By default, proxy ARP is enabled. If you see on a router number 5, show interface, show IP interface 0/0, and because of proxy ARP, this PC is able to communicate with this PC without having a default gateway. अगर मैं disable कर दूं, let's disable it, right? I see the no IP proxy ARP. And now going to ping from the, let's flap the interface so that ARP entry will be flush. Now ping. Can I ping the 2.3 now? Of course not. क्योंकि मेरा proxy ARP है ही नहीं. Now guy, now tell me one thing. क्या proxy ARP is a good thing or bad thing? See the encapsulation field message. This message I told you that. Now tell me, proxy ARP is good or bad?
I think it depends on scenario, which types of scenario we have.
Okay, tell me in this scenario now. This is your service provider. Now come to the topic, service provider,
So
and this is your customer.
Yeah, in this scenario, it is bad.
How?
Because it is destination is not directly connected to source, so that's why I said.
No, tell me. I'm going to see this service provider, this interface 0/0, and they have a multiple subnets behind it, right? 8.0, 9.0, and 2.0, 1.0. I just simply define the command IP root 8.0 subnet mask. This one 250.0.0.0. Next stop will be I'm going to define the 12.2, right? Now tell me one thing. मैं तो यहाँ पे इसके लिए ARP generate कराऊंगा next stop के लिए. How could you say that the proxy ARP is bad for this design now? देखो proxy ARP कैसे यहाँ पे bad है. If you are going to leave the proxy ARP over there, right? I'm just going to put the by default this command is enable IP proxy ARP. This is the how you're going to enable the proxy ARP. By default it's enabled. If you want to disable it, just say that no IP proxy ARP. What happened if I'm going to leave the enable? अगर मैं ऐसे ही छोड़ दूं, तुम्हारे entire SP में any attacker, any bad person can perform the DOS attack. हो जाएगा तुम्हारा नेटवर्क पूरा का पूरा SP डाउन हो जाएगा. And that's why if you see maximum service, not maximum, every service provider अपनी वो exit entering interface पे, or we can say the incoming interface, हमेशा वो incoming interface पे ये कमांड चला के रखता है just to save the code. अगर वो enable कर देगा, so he's informing to the attacker, hey, can you please the attack on my network? So this is the things that you are going to learn in the module, guys. कि तुमको पता चलना चाहिए कौन सा कमांड कहाँ पे यूज होगा, कौन सा कमांड कहाँ पे यूज नहीं होगा, क्या यूज करना है, क्या यूज नहीं करना है. I'm not explaining what is proxy ARP. I haven't explained you how this PC is able to ping this PC without having a default gateway. I haven't explained. मैंने तुमको बस बताया है कि क्या होता है चीजें, क्या कौन से कमांड पे यूज करना चाहिए, कौन से कमांड पे. This is called as a designing perspective. एक और एग्जांपल लेते हैं. लेट्स टेक अनदर एग्जांपल. मुझे बताओ कि तुम्हारा एक नेटवर्क है R1, R2, R3. I'm just going to make a linear topology, and in this R4 as well as we have, and in this topology we have a 172.16.1.0/24, 172.16.2.0/24, and 172.16.3.0/24. 3 नेटवर्क चल रहे हैं. यहाँ पे 12.0 का सबनेट है, यहाँ पे 23.0 का सबनेट है, यहाँ 34.0 का सबनेट है, 192.168.x.x./24. मुझे है ना नेटवर्क को सिक्योर करना है, नॉट नेटवर्क सिक्योर, आई एम जस्ट गोइंग टू सिक्योर माय अपडेट पैकेट, सिक्योर माय अपडेट एज अ what we call authentication MD5. मुझे बताओ कौन सा प्रोटोकॉल चलाओगे यहाँ पे. You have a 3 protocols right now, RIP, EIGRP, OSPF. You have a BGP as well, you have a ISS as well. You tell me which protocol you are going to enable. This thing we are going to learn in the module. कैसे तुम डिसाइड करोगे कौन से प्रोटोकॉल को मुझे चलाना है?
We will run ISIS, but I don't know why.
Yeah, exactly. You are planning for the ISS, but you don't know why.
Yes.
Why you have rejected the RIP protocol? Tell me. On which basis you have rejected the RIP? मैं RIP भी तो चला सकता था. I don't have any issue with the RIP.
Sir.
If you feel RIP is a slow protocol, I can make it fast over there. मैंने convergence times का increase कर देना. Then it's a easy to troubleshoot, right? RIP is a easy to troubleshoot.
But sir, I think for they sending periodic update, I think.
I do have an ability. I can manipulate this thing with a trigger update, dude. I do have ability. I can manipulate with a trigger update. I do have ability to support the MD5 authentication. Good. If RIP is good for the 3 to 4 routers, I'm going to reject the RIP protocol just because of these 3 guys. Because if I'm going to do the summarization, right? If I'm going to do the summarization of these 3 guys, not 1 minute, it should be 100/24. No, 1 minute. /16 is there. Sorry, 0000/16 and /16. It's not /24. 00, 17.0 and 18.0. I'm going to reject this this RIP protocol just because of this person. Because RIP कहता है कि मैं समराइजेशन सपोर्ट करता हूं. RIP बोलता है I can do the summarization of auto summary, I can do the manual summarization as well as, but मैं जो समराइजेशन करूंगा वो क्लासफुल जो राउट होता है ना, क्लासफुल राउट, उसका समराइजेशन नहीं कर पाऊंगा मैं. If you see, I'll show you this part as well as. I'll do one thing. I'll create some loopback on a router number 5. Interface loopback number 1. IP address will be what we call. I already have IP. Let me remove the default interface. I'll do that like interface loopback number IP address will be 172.16.1.0/24. Sorry, /16. Interface loopback number 2, IP address 172.17.1.1, and loopback number 3, IP address will be 170.18.101. Then do so IP interface brief. All I have are IP addresses and do so IP route. Okay, I all this have route /16. Can I do the summarization? Interface 0/1, right? Let's name the RIP protocol. Router RIP version 2 network 17 18 or interface 0/1 IP RIP summary address, IP summary address, RIP protocol, and I say that 172.16. Right, make it the slash how much I can make it, like 252. I make the 252.0. What's saying that summary mask must be greater or equal to the major network. I cannot do the summarization, and just because of this particular reason, right, I cannot do the classful summarization. I'm going to reject the RIP protocol. That you have to understand. तुमको explain करना पड़ेगा in the interview कि मैं RIP को क्यों reject कर रहा हूँ. You have to give the answer in the designing part. If you go for the CCI lab exam, designing में lab नहीं होता है. If you go for the CCDE exam, you don't have a lab. तुमको वहाँ पे configure नहीं करना है. You just need to read the 8 hours. You just need to read the documents, and through the documents you need to find कि किस basis पे मैं RIP को हटाऊं और किस basis पे मैं ESGRP को हटाऊं. If I have a something called as an auto summary concept, I can remove the OSPF because OSPF does not support the auto summary. So this part you are going to learn in this module कि तुमको design कैसे करना है. So in this part you have to understand कि मुझे commands का मतलब कैसे पता चलेगा, कौन से command को कहाँ पे apply करना है, कौन से command को कहाँ पे apply नहीं करना है. Then you have to understand the design perspective कि कैसे मुझे डिजाइनिंग पता चलेगी कि मुझे कौन सा प्रोटोकॉल प्रेफर करना चाहिए, कौन सा नहीं प्रेफर करना चाहिए, किस नेटवर्क में क्या चलाना चाहिए, किस नेटवर्क में क्या नहीं चलाना चाहिए. You are going to learn about the new technologies as the LIPS protocol, LISP. अगर मेरे पास 5 साइट है, R1, then service provider we have R2, R3, R4. What people are used to configure? DMVPN, right? मैं क्यों करूँ DMVPN configure? I do have a very good option, EAGRP over the top. I can configure it with just 2 lines of command. तुम DMVPN में कितने कमांड चलाओगे? 20 lines. Troubleshoot hard हो जाएगा. Wastage of time. I'm just going to configure EAGRP over the top. Same functionality provide करूंगा मैं. That you have to understand in this module. All cool? I have another thing. Like तुम अभी और सारे के सारे बंदे आए थे, ये सीखने के लिए, right? कि like how the traffic engineering is working, right? Guys, tell me, मैं traffic engineering को क्यों prefer करूं if you already have a PBR? What traffic engineering is going to do? Policy-based routing, right? Not policy-based, source-based routing. That's actually called as a traffic engineering. भाई PBR भी तो source based routing करता है ना. PBR is also doing the source based routing. Why should I prefer the traffic engineering now? कोई सेंस बन रहा है इसको? मैं फालतू के सारे कमांड्स लगाते बैठूंगा उसमें. That you have to understand in this part कि तुमको मतलब पता चलेगा कि मैं क्यों प्रेफर करूं पीवीआर को, क्यों प्रेफर ना करूं ट्रैफिक इंजीनियर को, और मैं क्यों प्रेफर करूं ट्रैफिक इंजीनियर, क्यों प्रेफर ना करूं पीवीआर को. So most of the things you guys are going to learn in this module. After this completing this module, you can go for the any exam. You can go for the CCI routing switching. You can go for the CCNA to CCIE Service Provider. ये तुमको मैं फुल पूरा बेस से पढ़ाऊंगा कि क्या आर्क होता है, कैसे इनकैप्सुलेशन फील्ड एरर मैसेज आता है, कैसे मुझे पता चलेगा ये पीसी डिफॉल्ट गेटवे के लिए आर्क जनरेट करेगा या तो डेस्टिनेशन के लिए जनरेट करेगा. From the basic to the very depth level. So in this one, what I'm going to teach you, I'm going to teach you the static routing. I'm going to teach you the RIP protocol, also RIP protocol, because you need to know about the RIP. I'm going to explain you the IGRP, the basic overview of the IGRP. क्यों हम IGRP को prefer नहीं करते?
Sir, what is the sorry sir. What is the division of CCNA to
I'll coming to the point.
CCNA to CCIE service?
I'm coming to the point. I'm coming to the static routing, RIP, OSPF, EIGRP, BGP. Then I'm going to cover the VPN part. Then we have a MPLS. Then we have a segment routing. You have a multicasting. You have a quality of service. और ये जो छोटे-छोटे टॉपिक हैं like a URP or policy based routing that I'm going to cover in this one as well as. You don't need to worry about the topics, right?
And I think sir, there is some switching part is also spanning tree protocol also there. CCNA to
it's a lay to right. Of course, that's not a big deal, dude. If you are going to cover this one, see, a small topic like spanning protocol, these are we can cover it in the. It's just not like take much time over there because these are the major topics we have.
Yeah.
Have to focus.
Okay.
And this duration will be what? It will take the it's depend right कि तुम कितने आवर का सेशन लेते हो. It's a weekend session कि तुम कितने आवर का सेशन पे जाते हो.
So if it is weekend and that is what is the duration?
It will take the 3 to 4 months. If you take a weekend session, it will take the 3 to 4 months.
In case of weekdays,
if you go for the weekdays, you will go for the 3 months then.
Okay.
4 months तो weekend पे जाएंगे आराम से जाएंगे 4 months आराम से क्योंकि we have only the Saturday Sunday class and we will take the 3 to 4 hours of the class on Saturday Sunday.
Okay.
And so on average both of the same, but yeah, I'm just including the 4 months. Why? Because maybe on the some weekend I will be not available and you will be not available, right? That's why.
Okay, so if it is weekdays class, then what is the class time?
It's you have to contact the Bhavna. I think so. The timing will be same 6 o'clock. You have to contact the Bhavna. What's the time?
6 p.m. 6 p.m. or 6 a.m.
6 timing will be assured by the Bhavna only. I am not 100% of the timing right now.
Because sir, I'm working for a client that is a UK, so my shift is started from starting from 2:30.
So you can do one thing, you can contact the either Neeraj, okay, or either you can contact the Bhavna. They will help you out ki timing kya better hoga.
Okay.
Okay, the timings and the pricing and everything they will let you know. But yeah, these are the topics that I'm going to cover this module, right?
Okay.
You have a clear picture, right? कि तुमको कौन से एग्जाम पे जाना है, तुम आराम से जा सकते हो. ऐसा नहीं कि मैं सर्विस प्रोवाइडर में सिर्फ सर्विस प्रोवाइडर बनाऊंगा. आई एम स्टिल टीचिंग द VPN, राइट? द IP सेकेंडरी VPN. तो तुम इसके वजह से तुम राउटिंग स्विचिंग का भी एग्जाम कर सकते हो. Only the things I'm not going to teach you, that's a SD-WAN or SDXS. This thing I'm not going to teach because these are not a part of the core service provider.
Okay.
But yeah, all those things in the service provider company I'm going to teach you, including the routing switching as well as including the design as well as. If you want to the SD-WAN SDXS, then you have to go for the separate module we have.
So I think the CCNA and the CCIE Service Provider have SD-WAN, small SD-WAN and automation topic is also there.
Yeah, of course we have automation in this one. Of course, I'm going to teach you the automation, the Python and NetWeek. I'm going to teach you. Don't worry about that. I forget to write it over there. We don't have SDN part over there.
Yeah. So yeah, I heard that. So automation is there. I think.
Automation I'm going to teach you. I'm going to teach you the path Python and NetWeek. You are going to learn.
Okay. So on which platform you are going to teach? I think it is a Cisco iOS, Cisco ASR.
So we are going to learn on every platform. Don't worry. We are going to learn the Cisco iOS XR, XE, and the normal iOS as well as.
Okay, great. It's great. Yeah. Okay.
So we are going to use the mixture of the things, right? Technology, mixture of the technology, mixture of the protocols, mixture of the like your iOS version. Don't worry, I'll explain you what's the difference between the iOS version as well as इस पे चलाऊंगा तो क्या issues आएंगे, इस पे चलाऊंगा तो क्या issues आएंगे.
So are you going to cover some device architecture, how package storing buffer and how
that's why you're going to learn in the quality of service,
na?
Yeah, we are going to learn in the quality of service, no? कि कैसे राउटर के बैकग्राउंड में पैकेट निकलता है, बाहर जाता है इंग्रेस से और इग्रेस पे. We are going to learn in the quality of service.
Yeah, okay. That is a part of QoS. Okay.
Yeah. The architecture part, not the internal architecture components. That's a part of the QoS.
Okay. Thank you.
Cool.
Yeah.
Any other questions? Anyone, guys? Bharat, do you have any questions?
सर मैं मॉड्यूल 2 के बारे में ही देख रहा था. एक्चुअली मैं सर्विस प्रोवाइडर के लिए काम कर रहा था सर. तो ये L2 VPNs और X कनेक्ट हो गया और चीजें काफी BVI ये स्टफ, तो ये चीजें पढ़ने के लिए ही मैं सोच रहा था सर.
So your plan, so you just decided, you can inform to the Bhavna or you either Neeraj कि तुमको कौन से मॉड्यूल पे जाना है. Either you can go for this module, the later VPN that you told me, the VPLS part. Either you can go for this module, either you can go for this module, right? You just contact with the Neeraj or.
But CCNA to SP जो आप ये वाला मॉड्यूल है, इसमें सारा कुछ कवर करेंगे ना? L2
every single thing. Every single thing I'm going to cover.
Like BVIs जितने होते हैं सर,
सब कुछ, everything we are going to cover in this.
Okay. ठीक है सर. कोस्टिंग